There's this Nadia Boulanger quote. She's a French composer, and she says, to study music, we must learn the rules. To create music, we must break them. My name is Aric Improta, and I play in Night Verses and Fever 333. I know my first drum set because of photos, but it was so early. It was like this Mickey Mouse themed wannabe Slingerland, and I've just seen photos of that. But my first real drum set was this Black Sunlight that I had to play a year of marching band in 4th grade to earn it, because my parents were like, your attention span's too short, so if we buy you this kit, you're gonna be over it in like a week. I did band thinking like, sick, I get out of class, get to play drums, I'll get a drum set, and found out later that while I was practicing, all the other kids were at recess. I think that's actually an analogy for my life. I'm spending all this time practicing and everybody else is out having fun, but it's working out now. When I was 12, I started jamming with friends for the first time and like forming bands. And I'll never forget, like, the minute that I was part of writing a song and there was melody and it was what I connected with, that's all I wanted to do. Like, and I was playing with everybody because my drive to write songs was like way too high. Like, I would want to practice for like 5 and 6 hours, and I took it so serious. So when I was 12, Green Day and Blink were huge. Like, that's kind of what everybody in my school listened to, but at the same time, I had an older cousin that's like the closest thing to an older brother I ever had, and he would show me stuff like Tool and Primus, and it's like I didn't fully get it, but I really wanted to understand it. So I kind of jumped pretty quick from being into trying to cover like Basket Case or something to trying to learn Primus songs and Tool songs. And yeah, it probably sounded awful, but I thought I was doing something really cool at the time. The one that absolutely changed my life was John Theodore, who at the time played for Mars Volta. And I had loved At the Drive-In. Like, that was my favorite band. It was like the first time that I heard heavy music that I could connect with. Just his presence behind the kit, I remember as a kid being blown away, because he could do crazy complicated like time signatures and ideas, but you still felt it even if you didn't fully understand music. And then at the same time, he always looked so controlled and comfortable. So he could play a simple beat that any other drummer would play and I'd be like, that's boring. But he would make me want to write the same thing because he just looked so cool doing it. And I haven't felt that way about one drummer since then, honestly. This is our 3rd tour that we've ever done in a bus. And I mean, I'm still between these tours driving, and it's kind of weird to get used to. Like, obviously I love it. It's awesome to have less stress, because when I'm touring with Night Verses or earlier with the Fever this year, it's like you finish a show and then you have sometimes 12 hours of driving. I've done tours this past year, like probably 6, that I had to drive those 12-hour shifts after playing a show, and then you get your 3 hours of sleep and set up and do the next thing. So this has been pretty chill. When I'm not drumming, most of my time goes towards video editing and illustration. It's cool because illustration kind of provides this balance for me where I don't really take myself that seriously, so there's no pressure. Whatever comes out, and it's been a cool pastime on the road, because if I'm bored with the thing that I'm working on, first and foremost, and I go to do something fun, if it's something that can also be working towards another side of my career, then that's going to be more beneficial than me watching 2 hours of television or something. Today is cool because we just got home from a 3-week tour. We're in Los Angeles, Southern California, which is not only where I grew up, but also exciting because we're playing the Forum. And I've been a huge Lakers fan my whole life, and so it's kind of crazy to think all the different games I've watched televised from there and getting to play there tonight, especially for me and Jason, because Jason literally grew up in Inglewood. Tonight's gonna be crazy, like it's gonna burn down or something. To this day, I still don't have a drum tech. So usually around 2 or 3 on this tour, I start setting up. And I do like the fact that I still get to fully control how everything sounds. I mean, don't get me wrong, the day that I can afford a drum tech, it'd be rad, but right now it's just, it's not a priority. And I do enjoy that part of it because it's kind of a mellow time to get some sort of meditation and focus on what you're doing. And so I'll just put in music and get everything ready.
Fuck it.
Personal style to me is everything. It's literally like my priority over all other things in art. If you're trying to discover your own style, it's best for it not to be contrived, right? Because nobody wants to watch somebody pretend to be someone else. And so if you're actually trying to pull from yourself, I think you got to pull from your natural interests. And if those lie outside of your field, then you just got to find a way to integrate it. Because I grew up watching skate videos and because I grew up watching like Red Bull BC1 breakdance competitions and everything else, and basketball videos of Kobe Bryant doing 360 dunks, I wanted to put that in my drumming. I just had to find a way to do it.
Amazing, dude. Yeah, good stuff. Aric Improta is the fucking legend. Aric Improta has the best hair in the business. When he takes his shirt off, he plays so much better with his shirt off. Eric's a legend, though. The guy is so creative. He does stuff with the drums that I don't know. I mean, that one thing where he spins the cymbal and holds the stick on it to create that tone, just like I've just never seen anything like it. He's a master craftsman. The guy just takes his drums so serious, and he's, I don't know, just an incredible human. I've toured the world with the guy, and I love hanging with him, and he's, I don't know, the guy's fucking incredible.
What's up? This is Travis. I'm here to tell you that my friend Aric is a monster. He's a complete madman behind the drum kit and one of my favorite young drummers.
We try to expose him to everything that's artistic. I mean, I teach theater, we sing music. He's an artist for a living, so we kind of exposed him to everything to do with art. And we, when he was first born, he was so serious and he never smiled. We said, oh, he's going to be an accountant. What are we going to do with him? So a lot of parents might be that excited that he's a drummer, but I've loved it for the whole time. And he's super creative, and we never made him practice. We never said, okay, if this is what you're going to do, you got to do it. He just figured it out. That if you want to get good, it's like 2 hours a day in high school, and then 4 hours a day in college, and then 6 hours a day when he graduated.
And most people, it's hard to find, to get somebody to get excited and have a passion about something. And between, the two arts, between the drumming and writing music and his artwork
too.
It's never worked for him. It's what he truly loves.
Honestly, I just feel like at this point, my life has been leading me to the conclusion that I need to balance everything, and that has to be the priority, and it can't just be over focusing on one thing or the other. So I kind of do my best to integrate all the things that I like and use them to my advantage, so that when I'm burned out on one, I jump to the other and kind of use it as this like back and forth meditation to continuously be interested in all the things that I'm trying to make a career out of.